Coming to you from the closet is another movie, Crumbs. Don't worry, an actual review is coming soon, but for now, you're gonna get some movie Crumbs. I'm thinking of actually starting a schedule between when I make movie Crumbs and Doom's DVDs. So like maybe something like 2 movie Crumbs, 1 Doom's DVDs, and blah blah blah. So yeah, Corona's still going, so that's great. Not gonna lie, going a little stir crazy at this point. Although, I am getting Animal Crossing soon, so that will hopefully help a fuck ton. So, I got another 5 or 6 movies to review. So yeah, hopefully you find those interesting. So yeah, another movie Crumbs. This film is fucking hilarious. You need a good laugh? Watch A Naked Gun. The film is a spoof on overdramatic police films, and it's great. It's stupid as hell, but in a good way. I love stupid, dumb humor like this, and if you're a fan of that, then this film will be right up your alley. Naked Gun has a lot of great physical humor, but also has some very clever and witty wordplay. It parodies police films really well, making fun of the characters and cliches of the genre, making for an extra level of humor if you're familiar with those films. I think Naked Gun can be best summed up with this. If that looks funny to you, then you'll love it. 8 out of 10. Damn, this film was good. I really love Martin Scorsese's gangster films like Goodfellas and Casino, and this is no exception. While I don't think it's as good as those two, The Irishman definitely deserves to be remembered along with those films, because this film is great. Now there's one thing that everyone points out when looking at this film. What? What the fuck? The film is 3.5 hours long, and I can imagine that that time can put a lot of people off, but even though this film is 3 hours, it doesn't feel like that. Like, at all. That's something I love about Martin Scorsese's. No matter how long his films are, the pacing is always so good that it feels like you've only been sitting there for an hour, even if you've actually been sitting there for 2.5 hours. The film is engaging from beginning to end. Every minute is fully used, and it doesn't feel like that the film could have been shortened. The film is based off the true story of hitman Frank Sheeran, and his involvement with the Mafia and the disappearance of his friend Jimmy Hoffa. The story is really interesting. Frank's story is crazy, sad, and thrilling, and the way everything builds is great. The story is told out of order and is built around this road trip, and I won't spoil where the road trip leads, but it's such a great way of tying the story together. The film is assembled like a puzzle, and when all the pieces are assembled, it's so satisfying. The writing of this film is my favorite thing. The dialogue and the narration is done so well, having lots of flair while also delivering story and character details, and the way the characters are written are great. Frank, Jimmy, and Russ are interesting as hell. The way they react with each other and talk and the things they do is so interesting. You see Frank, Russ, and Jimmy develop and change over the course of the film, and it's great. The acting is also top notch. Robert has been acting for, what, 30 years? And he's still just as amazing as he was before. And so is Al Pacino and Joe Pesci. Overall, the film is super solid. If you like Martin Scorsese's or Goodfellas or anything crime related, you have to watch The Irishman. Don't let the long runtime discourage you. This film is definitely an 8 out of 10. Well, it only makes sense that after watching a film as heavy as The Irishman, that I would watch a Steven Spielberg film. Ah yes, another director who I like. Someone who has made some of my favorite films of all time, like Duel, Indiana Jones, and Saving Private Ryan. So, is Catch Me If You Can up there with those movies? Well, no, but the film is still great. Catch Me If You Can is a high-energy drama that's engaging, stylish, and fast. The story is incredibly intriguing. It's about a con artist who forges millions of dollars in checks while faking being in multiple jobs. Meanwhile, an FBI agent tries to catch him. The story is unpredictable, crazy, and quick. It goes in a lot of different directions, and you never really know what's gonna happen next, keeping you on the edge of your seat. The main character is the best part of the film. He starts off kind of timid and joyful, then over the movie he turns into this witty con man. And what he gets himself into and how he fakes his way through life is what makes him and the story so interesting. He drives the story, and his character is thoroughly entertaining thanks to his smarts and just how charming he is. It's insane how much stuff he's able to get away with, but that's part of what makes the film enjoyable, is just how he's able to get away with it. I would talk more about his character arc in the movie, but then I would have to go into spoiler territory. DiCaprio does an amazing job playing him, just like he does with all of his characters. I would call it one of his best performances, but it's fucking DiCaprio. Every performance is his best performance. There's also this FBI agent after him, played by Tom Hanks, who's also great. The FBI agent is stern and has this weird sort of friendly relationship with DiCaprio, which is interesting to watch. He starts off very straightforward, but just like DiCaprio, we see him change throughout the film and really show his true colors. Also, he delivers the best line of the film.
Yeah, we'd love to hear a joke from you.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Go fuck yourselves.
But yeah, this film is very good. It's a fun, enjoyable film which is witty, thrilling, and even sad at points. But if I tell you how, then that'll ruin the film. Overall, I give this film a 7 out of 10. This film is really fucking boring. It's supposed to be an action thriller, but I swear it's just shy of a drama. You know it's bad when the plot sounds boring. It's about this guy who has like a popular business, but he has a heart attack, so he has to step away for a while. But when he comes back, it turns out that the fucking mob is planning to use the business for a money laundering scheme. Thus he must try to stop it. Yeah, the plot's about as riveting as a piece of bread, and so is the film. The film is so fucking boring. It doesn't really drag, but there's nothing fucking happening in this movie, or at least nothing thrilling, engaging, or exciting. There's this one moment which is kind of exciting, but that's it. There is nothing interesting about this film. The dialogue is average, the acting ranges from wooden to horribly miscast, the characters are non-existent, and I knew most of this going in, but I was at least hoping that there would be some 90s cheese, or at least something so bad it's good. But no, this film is just middle-of-the-road boredom. It reaches like a new level of boredom. Like, this isn't regular boredom, it's advanced boredom. Yeah, this film just sucks. It's not good, but it's not laughably bad either. Hell, it's not even that bad, it's just boring. And in my opinion, that's where you fail most. At least Skyscraper was bad enough that it left some sort of impression. But this just leaves fucking nothing for me. In my opinion, this film gets a 2 out of 10. Fucking horrible. Oh wow, another shitty action movie that's obscure as fuck. Okay, I should probably explain this now. In these movie crumbs, most likely a couple of these shitty action movies will show up. And that's because of this. I bought these 10-in-1 action packs at Cash Converters for $6 each, knowing that all the films on there would be shit. And well, they haven't let me down. I've been chipping through these, so if they start showing up in movie crumbs, that's probably why. But anyways, this film is meh in terms of shitty action movies. Nothing too bad, but nothing special either. The story is pretty standard, the characters are stock generic characters for this type of film, and the action is pretty mediocre all around. It's the take in a B-movie action films. Like, it's fine, but you can do better. I mean, it at least keeps your attention, so that's more than I can say for some of these films. But yeah, not much to say here. The main character and the warden are definitely the highlight. The main character is fucking unstoppable. Any fight he's in, he'll win. Hell, if he's up against Godzilla, he'll fucking win, I swear. And the warden is having way too much fun playing a strict asshole. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. 5 out of 10. And I mean 5 out of 10 in terms of B movies, because if we're being real, then it would be this. Okay, and that's another movie crumbs done. Yeah, so it's the end. Probably gonna be watching a whole lot more films now that I'm stuck in quarantine, so that's great. And yeah, hope everyone's doing well. See you later.